I decided to test this service because I kept seeing similar tools everywhere. Ads, YouTube creators, people talking about growth, algorithms, and going viral. I mostly make long-form content, and honestly, I don't like making shorts. I didn't have high expectations for this kind of tool, but I thought, okay, fine, let's actually test this whole long-form to shorts idea instead of just talking about it. That's how I ended up trying Nexus Clips. I saw this service promoted multiple times by different YouTubers, including Dan the Creator. He talks a lot about YouTube growth, looks confident on camera, and sounds convincing. To be fair, he does share some useful insights, but if you watch his content closely, you'll notice the same ideas repeated again and again, just packaged in slightly different ways, often alongside promoted tools. So when Nexus Clips came up again, I decided to test it myself instead of just trusting the promotion. I'll be honest, this part is on me. I didn't check Reddit. I didn't read reviews. I didn't dig deep before paying, and decided to test it blindly. Yes, the money itself isn't huge, but that's exactly the problem. When thousands of creators do the same thing, those small payments quietly turn into very real money for the service. While creators don't get a real product in return, that's why I'm making this video. On paper, the idea sounds great. You connect your YouTube channel. You upload a long video. The AI finds viral moments. And yeah, their website is full of bold claims and positive reviews. But let's be real. Any beginner marketer knows how easy it is to add testimonials to a landing page, even fake ones. You can also post directly from the service, schedule uploads, set a calendar, and auto-publish shorts. But honestly, after using it, I wouldn't even trust it with direct access to my channel. Yes, technically everything goes through Google sign-in, but still. The main promise is that the AI understands your content. It doesn't. What it actually does is grab fragments of your video without understanding why a moment matters. It often starts too late, or ends too early, or cuts right before the important part. Not in the middle of words, but in the middle of thoughts. The AI doesn't understand that the next sentence might be the key one. And honestly, this doesn't feel like intelligence. It feels like automation. So it can't stitch together related ideas, remove filler inside a segment, and combine meaning across the video. In the end, you don't get a short with a point. It's just clipping. There's a step where you can tell the AI what to look for. And no matter what I searched for, the result was almost always the same clips, just shuffled in a different order. It feels almost random. Sometimes something relevant appears. Most of the time, it just throws everything at you. It doesn't really narrow the search. It doesn't listen to what you ask for. And at that point, if I still have to choose everything manually, why wouldn't I just do this in a real editor? Before you even reach the main editor, you're supposed to trim the clips, and that part barely works. The preview lags, the video doesn't load properly, timing is inaccurate. I tested different browsers, different networks, different devices. Same result. And there's no iOS app either. Once you reach the editor, things don't improve. There's only one video track. If you want to change framing, full screen, split screen, blurred background, or different layouts, you have to cut everything again. There's no proper timeline, no frame level control, no precise adjustments like in any real editing software. Even ancient versions of Sony Vegas feel more usable than this. You get animated captions, some font and color options, a few different styles, and sure, that's fine. But once you create your own subtitle templates in Premiere, DaVinci, Final Cut, or even CapCut, you don't need this anymore. Stickers like YouTube or Twitch logos with your channel name, they're just images. There's even a separate category for them. But in reality, it's nothing you can't do with a simple drag and drop in any editor. I contacted support before exporting anything. The reply didn't look professional at all. No company details, no proper signature. The message basically said, "This tool is for creators with no editing experience. We're working on improvements, and no, we don't offer refunds." There's no free trial either. I paid $12.49 for 1 month, auto renewal enabled by default. After a few attempts that went nowhere, I canceled right away. For comparison, for a similar price, you can get real editing software or tools that actually teach you transferable skills. I expected this tool to be weak, and it still disappointed me. But what worries me more is beginners. People who are just starting, who believe the marketing. They pay, they try, and tools like this barely work. Instead of learning real skills, they get stuck relying on broken shortcuts. That's how services like this make money. Not by genuinely helping creators grow, but by selling hope wrapped in AI magic. Yes, technically it works, but it works badly. You're much better off learning basic editing yourself or testing other tools. Nexus Clips is not AI magic, it's a weak, laggy editor with automatic subtitles and very aggressive marketing. The real issue isn't that it exists. The issue is that creators are led to believe this will replace thinking, editing, and learning. It won't. If you've tried tools like this or want me to test another one, let me know in the comments.